From the Revcoms, a declaration, a call to get organized now for a real revolution.
Let's get down to basics. We need a revolution, nothing less.
To everyone who can't stand this world the way it is, who is sick and tired of so many people being treated as less than human.
Who knows that the claim of liberty and justice for all is a cruel lie, who is righteously enraged that injustice and inequality go on and on and on, despite false promises and honeyed words from people in power or those seeking power.
Everyone who agonizes about where things are headed and the fact that to be young now means being denied a decent future or any future at all. Everyone who has dreamed about something much better or even wondered whether that is possible.
Everyone who hungers for a world without oppression, exploitation, poverty, and the destruction of the environment. Everyone who has a heart to fight for something that is truly worth fighting for. You need to be part of this revolution.
This revolution is not just a good idea. It is actually possible.
Is this for real? Are we serious about this? And can we back it up? Yes. We are not here to repeat garbage that may be popular, or to spread the lies that are constantly told by the people in power and their mouthpieces in the media and elsewhere. We are here to bring the truth. So here are some basic truths we need to understand and live by.
Number one, the system we live under, the system of capitalism imperialism, destroys lives and crushes spirits. It is the source of endless horrors for the majority of people in this country and all around the world. And it is increasingly threatening the very existence of humanity. The military of this country is not carrying out an honorable service. It is not some badass force that people should respect. It is doing the same thing around the world on a massive scale that the police are doing here, carrying out the cowardly killing and terrorizing of people in the service of the biggest oppressors in the world, the rulers of this country. And it is a major cause of the destruction of the environment. It is a hard but basic truth for the masses of people and ultimately for humanity as a whole. There is no future or no future worth living under this system.
But there is a way to a world and to a future that is worth living and worth fighting for right now. Revolution. A real revolution. Not playing around with a few changes that leave this system in place and in power, while benefiting only a small number. A revolution means a force of millions, drawn from many different parts of society and organized for an all-out fight to overthrow this system and replace it with a radically different and much better economic and political system, a socialist system, based on meeting the needs of the people and carrying forward the fight for a communist world where there will finally be an end, everywhere, to the exploitation, oppression, and destruction of the environment that is built into this system of capitalism imperialism. Anything less than this revolution will completely fail to deal with the root of the problems or lead to the actual solution.
Number two, revolutions are not possible all the time, but are generally possible only in rare times and circumstances, especially in a powerful country like this. This is one of those rare times and circumstances. This system is in real trouble, caught up in crisis and conflicts for which it has no easy or lasting solutions. Throughout this country, the workings of this system have given rise to deep divisions which cannot be resolved under this system. Society is being ripped apart. Those who rule are locked in bitter fight among themselves, and they cannot hold things together in the way they have in the past. Although there were a lot of bad things connected with this, and it could lead to something really terrible, it is also possible that we could wrench something really positive out of this revolution to put an end to this system and bring something much better into being.
We have seen the potential for revolution powerfully demonstrated just last summer, when millions of people of all races and genders, all over this country and all around the world, rose up together against racist oppression and police murder. We have seen this potential and the outpourings of women in every country in the world refusing to put up with being abused and degraded. This potential is also revealed in the deep distress being expressed by scientists and millions of ordinary people about the continually worsening climate crisis and the threat this poses to the future of humanity. A crisis this system cannot solve, but can only make worse. But with all this, right now, only a small number of us have recognized the need for this revolution and are acting to make it happen. So there is crucial work that must be done now to win people to understand the need for revolution and act to make it real, to turn the potential for revolution into a powerful movement and organized force for an actual revolution.
Number 3, to make this revolution a reality, we need leadership with the scientific method, the strategy and program that can shine a light through the madness and chaos that this system is constantly creating, and can lead in carving a path forward out of this madness to the radically new world we need. And we have that leadership in Bob Avakian, BA. BA is the architect of a whole new framework for the liberation of all oppressed people and the emancipation of all humanity, the new communism. We are followers of BA, and you need to follow BA too. There has never been a leader like this in this country, and there is no other leader like this in the world now. We cannot afford not to follow this leadership if we ever want to get free and put an end to this madness.
Number 4, we need to urgently change this situation where not nearly enough people know about this revolution and are with it. We need to get this revolution and its leadership known everywhere. We need to challenge and struggle with people right around us and all over the country to do something that, yes, requires real heart and will make a positive difference for real. Become part of this revolution and follow this revolutionary leadership. We need to organize more and more people into the ranks of the revolution. Organizing people into this revolution means reaching out to all sorts of people, not just where there are protests and rebellions against oppression and injustice, but everywhere throughout society. Spreading the word about revolution and getting people together in real life and online to grapple with why an actual revolution is necessary, what such a revolution involves, and what kind of society this is aiming for. This will enable people who are new to the revolution to themselves become organizers for this revolution and to recruit more and more people to do the same. On this basis, and through the growing ranks of the revolution acting together as an increasingly powerful force, it will become possible to attract and organize the necessary numbers and build up the necessary strength to be in position to do what needs to be done.
We need to struggle hard with people to take up the orientation and strategy, the values and goals for this revolution, and to dedicate themselves to working for this revolution, while we unite growing numbers of people to fight the abuse, brutality, and destruction perpetuated by this system. And through this all to get thousands and then millions to be prepared and steeled to do away with this system that brings so much hell to people. We need to be wielding this growing revolutionary force to stand up to this system and its murderous oppressors, and to change the whole terrain, the political, social, and cultural institutions and atmosphere throughout society, in order to weaken the hold of this system over people, win people away from acting to enforce and strengthen this system, and create the best possible conditions for this revolution to succeed.
To come back to basics, we need revolution, a real revolution. We cannot afford to waste these rare times and circumstances that could ripen into a real chance to make revolution.
We cannot afford to squander the rare and precious leadership we have for this revolution. We have to get busy, build the movement and organize forces for revolution all over the country, and work tirelessly for this revolution to actively prepare for the situation where this system can be brought down and something much better brought into being.
To get more of the tools and knowledge you need to become part of this revolution, and to go to work building for this revolution. Get with those representing for this revolution right now. Become part of the revolution clubs around the country. Go to our website, revcom.us, regularly, and watch the RNL, Revolution Nothing Less show every week. On all social media platforms, connect and follow at the Revcoms.
To get deeper into this, there is also a longer version of this statement, which you can get directly from people representing for this revolution who are out in the neighborhoods and elsewhere, and you can go to revcom.us.
This has been a message from the Revcom, a declaration, a call to get organized now for a real revolution.